Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. We are talking on the theme, enhancing student engagement in large classes by integrating principles of universal design for learning in disability studies in education short course at the University of Cape Town. Next slide, please. Yes, my name is Job Kofi Nseibo. Prefer to be called Kofi. I am a postdoctoral research fellow and including disability in education in Africa here in the University of Cape Town. And with me here is...
Hi, I'm Kristin Van Tonder, and I am support staff at the Center for Innovation of Learning and Teaching at the University of Cape Town.
Next slide, please. I just want to give a short background of the short course that we run here. The Disability Studies in Education short course is situated in the Faculty of Health Sciences at the University of Cape Town. The aim of the short course is to equip participants with the necessary knowledge, skills, and tools to enable them to support learners with disabilities. We define short course as a non-credit bearing course aimed at working professionals. The short course has been adapted over the past 2 years, and cohorts have increased from 70 to 200 participants. The high number of 200 students in the cohort call for the need to emphasize the use of UDL as a teaching pedagogy to manage large classes. The first cohort in 2021 attracted students who were training to be early childhood development practitioners, international community-based inclusive development practitioners, and educators. The subsequent cohorts ranged from participants in education, health professional sector, and participants providing education and caregiving services for large classes. Next slide, please. So the methodology we use is a purely qualitative study, and yet we engage 30 students in a questionnaire. We use Q methodology. In addition to that, we had 2 focus group discussions where the first one had 5 tutors and the second focus group discussion had 3 students. Next slide, please. Good. So what is universal design for learning? It is a flexible education design integrating diverse presentation methods, student support, and active engagement. UDL aims to foster self-directed and expert learners by planning instruction that acknowledges and accommodates diverse learning needs. 3 key principles in UDL are engage multiple means of engagement. And then we have multiple means of representation. We have multiple means of action and expression. My colleagues will take us through how we have used these 3 key principles in the course of teaching and learning and managing the large class. Over to you, Kristin.
Thank you, Kofi. So first, I'd like to take you a little bit through the structure of the course. We presented the course in 7 weeks with 2 or 3 lectures each week. And this course was presented in a hybrid but online manner. So we had asynchronous activities as well as online live discussion sessions. And then there were tutorial groups and online activities on the learning management system. So I'd like to give you some examples of how we implemented the different UDL principles in this course. So for the principle of multiple means of representation, we presented the content in forms of video, and importantly, always included captions and transcripts for the videos. And we had readings of the content and sometimes even cartoon representations of concepts. Then the next principle we implemented was the principle of action and expression. So here, firstly, we helped students to guide their own goal setting by including the learning outcomes for each week up front. And then we also supported their strategy and planning development by each week providing them with the deadlines to all activities, to have an outline for everything that's going to take place in that week. And then in terms of assessment, we provided them with various methods to present what they have learned in this course, including written and oral presentations. And then in terms of engagement, so this principle was a focus in our paper. And because this course is presented online and for practitioners, some who have never ever taken a course online, this can be a very isolating experience and can prevent students from fully engaging to the course. So one way in which we aim to promote engagement was through having multiple communication channels in terms of asking for support and providing what students have learned. So we had formal discussion forums, we had informal chats, and we had our online lectures or discussion sessions. And then, so one thing I think you may wonder is, in terms of formal discussion forums, how do you moderate or how do you go about answering everyone's posts and replying? And one way in which we did that was by breaking up our cohort into smaller tutorial groups. And Kofi will take us through how that process worked.
Thank you, Kristin. In summary, the high number of 200 students were broken down into smaller tutorial groups. That is, 8 tutorial groups with each group handling 25 students. Tutors and students receive support from the course convener, educational technology advisors, lecturers, and presenters. Other support to enhance students' engagement include WhatsApp group chat, MSc Teams, Zoom, helping students to navigate through fuller sites, how to submit online assignments, and others. Tutors and the convener, as well as presenters, played a critical role in creating supportive and accepting environment. For example, many students felt overwhelmed by the workloads and experienced health issues. In response to their concerns, tutors and the convener responded to their students where possible by providing other options and considering their recommendations, holding open discussions where adjustments were made regarding submission dates, and adding checklists for future cohorts. Rubrics and prompts were provided to students and reflective tasks were encouraged. Students were allowed to ask any question and to reach out to their tutors at any time, and tutors were able to respond to students individually rather than tackling their concern in large class size. Tutors have just a small number of 25, and this enabled the tutors to manage all concerns of the learners. These and many others were how we enhance positive students' engagement in large classes. Next slide. Then go to the next slide. Thank you very much for your attention.